On paper, they sound impressive. They need to because your money is at stake. But what some financial representatives print on their business cards may mean the difference between putting you first or their employer's interests first. And the latest investigation from our Go Public team shows deception could even come down to one single letter in a title. Erica Johnson explains.
It's hard for Mike Black to look at his financial statements. The nest egg he invested for retirement, almost $1 million, has cost him more than $30,000 in fees and earned less than 3% a year for 6 years, lower than the market average.
How is it that you end up getting a return of this kind over this period of time when this is to be managed by a professional?
He learned the person managing his account at RBC Dominion Securities, an impressive-sounding vice president, is actually licensed as a dealing representative, meaning a salesperson.
Quite jilted by that. It's just kind of like, wow.
Turns out the titles used by financial professionals are largely unregulated. A report released today concludes there are more than 120,000 registered financial professionals in Canada. It breaks down 2 ways: dealing representatives, the vast majority, and advising representatives, only a few thousand. Dealing reps can call themselves anything from vice presidents to wealth managers to financial advisors, spelled with an O. But only advising reps have a legal responsibility to act in a client's best interest. Financial advisors in this category spell it with an E.
The industry has been able to incorporate titles that don't mean anything under the law. There's no such thing in Canada as an advisor spelled OR under any of our securities acts. So people are completely in the dark.
2 years ago, financial regulators anonymously shopped around and found 48 different titles being used by salespeople. For instance, at RBC, tellers now have the title Client Advisors with an O. A branch manager tells Go Public those client advisors are often young people who took an online course to sell mutual funds.
When you've got advisors who are put in that position who, don't have experience and don't have the knowledge, then you're putting clients at risk.
Other financial advisors tell Go Public they're salespeople too. One at BMO says we are encouraged, if not forced, to sell our own products because we get paid more, even if it's not in the client's best interest. Most of the banks wouldn't comment on the titles they give their employees. RBC said it stands by the advice given to customers. Already there are calls to better regulate financial titles to clarify when the person handing out advice is a salesperson. Erica Johnson, CBC News, Vancouver.